Thank you very much,
So,
Maria. And I began with a record because there are some people they want to see the record after, or if they are late, some like that.
so I would like to call maybe I saw name Katya, right? Yeah, Katya.
Katja. Hi, Katja.
Hi. I just came in, so I'm sorry I didn't. I
No
just heard the
problem. We
yes.
can see you.
Okay.
We were
And
just
you are Katja,
introducing.
and from where you are?
I'm from Slovenia, from Ljubljana. Actually,
Jana.
I live
Okay.
in Bled now, so I was from Ljubljana. Now I live in Bled.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you're working as a psychotherapist or a social worker?
Yes, as a psychotherapist, but I was also working for 5.5 years now, more in wellness tourism, and also yeah, doing the forest bathing and also one kind of therapy in nature. So that's why I'm really interested in your program, and I'm really glad to be here today to hear what are you doing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. And can you give the word to another person?
Okay, I will call Fiona.
Fiona.
Hi everyone, I'm Fiona. I'm in Ireland. I am a psychotherapist working in palliative care, and I'm also a mountain ranger. So nice to see you all.
Ah, a mountain ranger. Okay. And can you also give the ball to another
Oh
person?
yes. Um, Let me just see my screen here. So I will ask Michelle.
Michelle.
Hi, I'm from Malta. I'm a psychotherapist and a teacher as well. And I specialize in eating disorders and obesity.
Ah, welcome, Malta.
Thank you. Jeff,
Jeff.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Hi, my name is Jeff. I'm just outside of Nice, France, and I'm an executive leadership mindset coach that takes my clients into the wilderness and the Alps to help them find themselves. Thank
Ah,
you.
thank you.
Uh, and I'll pick. I just love the name Wipke. Wipke.
Wiebke.
Wipke.
Thank you for loving my name, Wiebke. Um, so my name is Wiebke. I'm from South Africa, originally from Germany, and been here for 20 years though, so I feel pretty South African at this point. I'm a wilderness guide. I'm a Vision Quest guide. Been working in the wilderness for many, many, many years, and I'm also a leadership coach and work in the corporate space and endeavor to combine the two as much as I can. So, Jeff, that was a great handover. I think we're kindred spirits. I'm passing over to, I like your name, Haratsti.
Hi. Well, this is the other way around actually, but I couldn't change
Oh,
it. Yeah, so
Tamas.
it's Tamás.
Tamás
I saw us.
from
I'm from
Thomas.
Hungary. I'm from Hungary, and I'm a psychologist and family and couples therapist, and also work as a trainer and coach and whatnot. And I just participated in June in Spain in an adventure and wilderness therapy training of trainers program. So it's kind of a new love for me, this whole thing. But I'm not currently working in it, just thinking about how could it be implemented in my life. So that's how I came here.
Thank you very
Um,
much.
and I'm looking Norbert Agoston. I don't know how.
Yeah, yeah. That's right, yeah. Hello, I'm Norbert. I'm from Romania, and for several years I worked in IT. And for 2 years now, I trained as a forest therapy guide.
Oh.
So I will name
And
Georgia.
next to you, there's a woman sitting.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Ruxi. I'm a student in psychology right now. I'm finishing my last year of master's degree, and I'm looking for opportunities for the future.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you. Who are you naming?
Georgiana.
Who is Lojana?
Georgiana. But I think I might
Not see.
Hello, I'm Georgiana and I'm clumsy.
Ah, Georgiana, there.
Hello. I'm the fourth person from Romania. I'm a psychologist. I have no experience, but I like outdoors, and this seems the most natural thing to do next, to be here and to learn more. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. And you give the ball to?
To Ivana.
Ivana.
Mm.
Ah, Ivana.
I think there are two Ivanas, but I'm now
One
the
of
first.
them.
Yeah, okay. I can. I'm from Croatia. I have 2 degrees, one in psychology, one in sport, and I'm also a psychotherapist in education. 2 days ago, I came back from adventure education, so I'm training course from Erasmus Plus. So right now, my head is really into the topic. So I like the continuation of the education. I'm looking forward to this.
Mm-hmm.
And I can give now the ball to another Ivana because I think I saw the name. Yeah.
Hello.
Ah,
Hello.
Ivana
Yes.
Ducic.
Yes, yes. Well, I'm a security guard, very simple, and I'm studying economy.
Okay. And you are interested in the theme?
Yes, I'm interested in the theme, but this is more like a hobby.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
But can be helpful in the leadership training in the economy.
I'm usually in accounting and finances.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but I like the ecological part of economy as well. And I have a certain lens which I inherited. So these are forests, meadows, stuff like that. And I would like to hear a little bit more about your program. So I was curious.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you're welcome.
Thanks.
And who will be the next? So I will say a name for Ivana. It's Janja Bovman.
That's me.
That's you.
You
Sounds
pronounce it
like the Netherlands.
Yeah, that's the Netherlands indeed. Jan Jaap. You pronounce it, but often I say call me JJ because that's more easy.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm a psychotherapist also, and I'm interested in this topic. And I sometimes take groups, especially men, to the Alps as a coach and therapist.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
Okay. Thank you.
Ooh, I will pass it on to Fran. Have you been already?
Oh, she has no voice. But we can see you.
Then Isabel.
Isabel.
Yes, hi, I'm Isabel. I live in Oslo, but I'm originally from Germany. I did my master's in adventure and experimental education, but I have mainly been working as a tour guide, like for hiking tours and different tours within tourism. And I would really like to yeah, get more like an inspiration how else I could like work in this field, but with a different focus, not just tourism, but also yeah, health and
Okay.
education, I guess.
Yeah.
And I can maybe someone wave who hasn't talked yet because I can't quite follow. Can you? Yeah, Joan?
Okay, can you listen to me? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm Juan. I'm from Spain. I work as a teacher in vocational training. I studied psychology, but I don't work on that. And I discovered this topic, and I really interested in to know more about this. For me, I did last summer, a few months ago, El Camino de Santiago, and it was really meaningful. It's important experience to me, and because of that, I want to go deeper in this topic. So I passed the ball. I don't know. I the same as before. I don't know who is missing on speaking. So please wait.
I would say Anna, perhaps.
So Anna.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I'm Anna. I'm from the Netherlands. I work as a social worker in mental health care at the Day Activity Center in an outdoor setting. Besides that, I work as a travel guide for outdoor traveling, so hiking, but also mountain biking, canoeing, different things. So that's what I do. I'm really interested in this webinar. So yeah, curious.
Okay.
And then I would say I'll give it over to Tina.
Tina. Tina, I have a message here. Tina is still at work and she cannot really be in presence here. She was asking for the recorded version. So I would say she cannot answer. But we have here Millennium Institute.
Yep. It's Alexandra actually, beside Millennium Institute. Hi, from the Republic of Moldova. As I told, I am Alexandra. Actually, I am youth worker with with studying psychology and pedagogy. I am in love in outdoor and adventure education. So I feel with my body that I should be here tonight.
Okay. Thank you very much. And then I would say we have Paula open. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just looking how to start my video because I joined a bit later.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see you.
I think now you can see me, yeah. Are you just introducing yourself or?
Yeah.
or-
Only
okay.
name, country, context of your professional work.
Okay, yeah. I'm Paula. I'm from Germany and I studied psychology and I'm finishing my postgraduate clinical practice for being a psychotherapist, psychodynamic psychotherapist. And yeah, I will finish next year. And yeah, I'm just curious what options are there also to work in the context of clinical psychology, but more in the outdoors, because for my future, I can imagine like a combined practice, like being in a clinic or in a practice, but also working outside. So yeah. And I once worked in a surf therapy project, so I came a little bit in touch with with outdoor therapy. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited for more information.
Okay. Yeah, and now I see Kuli. Kuli, we had a mail contact today sometimes because there was a problem with coming in the Zoom conference. Okay, Kuli. Oh, we have no voice.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit noise.
It's quiet.
Quiet. Oh, no, we cannot understand you. Okay, we can see you. You are a nice woman, and I have no idea from where you are, but perhaps later it works. Or you can write also in the chat. I can hear you. Iceland. Okay, welcome, Iceland. Thank you, Guli. Okay, Ivana Dujic, she was, we heard her, I think so. So I will look, but I think everybody had the word, right?
Kirsi?
Kirsi? Ah, Kirsi. Yeah, Kirsi Maria. Maria, Kirsi, I think so. Can you hear us? No. Okay. So then, we also, Chiara, we have Chiara also.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm originally German, but I live in Spain, Valencia, for more than 2 years now. I studied psychology and specializing in cognitive neurosciences and clinical psychology. And I'm an adventure and nature therapist and also working in a tech startup.
So, and Chiara is a very important person for me also, because she's organizing sometimes the calendar tools and technical stuff and our lottery today, and all these things in the background sometimes, so that we have more time to speak with all the people who are interested. So, and my name is Christiane. I'm one of the founder and CEO of Adventure Therapy Institute, and we created the curriculum and all the ideas we had to develop a qualification in adventure and nature therapy. And my background is more from the pedagogical side. My basic is social work and social pedagogical, and then I was a trainer at Outward Bound, Germany, but more in the Train the Trainer program, and I'm a supervisor. And in the last years, I also had the feeling I have to go deeper in the processes, and because I'm coming from the field of experiential education, so it was very close for me to look for deeper processes and therapeutical processes and coaching processes in nature and outdoors. So, but at the moment, or in the last few years, I'm very fixed on my computer and table here. I was not so much in the outdoors, so I'm missing that a little bit, of course. But it's more the office stuff at the moment. But it's always, I think it's a wave, and in a few years I have perhaps more chances to go outdoors. So, and then, but later we will start with a little PowerPoint, so that you will have an overview about that what we do, and what the situation is at the moment. And I think that it will be 40 minutes or something like that. Perhaps sometimes we are a little bit faster, and then we will open the space for everybody who has questions, or sometimes you read the ebook, you download it, and there are questions also. And I say it before because we always have a little bit the problem that we are an international course, and all the European countries at the moment, and Wiebke, of course, in South Africa. But we know us a long time, and and so we have different rules and also in the medical health system, in the psychology system, and so on. The studies have differences, and our health assurances are different, and so there are different rules to do this work. But that means it's always a thing in your country, how you can define the context, but you always can do it in your country. It's not forbidden or something like that. It's more the political thing or the historical thing, what you can do or what is allowed to do or what rules are very important. So we will begin here. No, in the other direction. Okay. This one is my colleague. I forgot to share the screen. You can see?
Yes.
Yes. So the other one on the photo is Alex. That's my CEO colleague, also based in Valencia. He is, we founded ATI together, and here he is. He's also a clinical psychologist and is specialized in drug prevention and rehabilitation, and is a Gestalt humanistic psychotherapist, and also in the moment or now in training for trauma therapy. And so he has in Spain, there are also this 3 or 4 companies, associations. I'm not so sure. There is a Terapia Aventura, is an association for adventure therapy, but more in the prevention part, I would say. Then there's Altana. It's completely based for psychotherapy. And then we have Motiva. It's more for companies, the well-being in companies. And your Windrose. Chiara, can you help me?
That's the NGO organizing Erasmus projects and things like that.
Okay. Yeah, it's like that. So, and Alex is also involved in the journal Adventure Therapy. We also publish articles to bring all that knowledge together, because in Germany or in Europe we don't have a platform for something like that. And so everybody can publish projects, practice or master thesis or PhD works, I don't know the word exactly, on that platform also. And so it's an extra web page where you can look for new articles in that field. And so that's me. I said it. It's from social work coming, and so some other things, forest and health trainer, and important for me at the moment, because my youngsters are living at me. They are from Afghanistan. I'm a foster mother, and I'm involved more in there we have a conference at the University of Augsburg. It's in the south of Germany, and there I'm involved in organization team for the conference Erleben and Lernen, and also that little magazine. Yeah, it's a magazine for experiential education and also for adventure therapy sometimes, and also the Association for Experiential Education. It's here the BE, because there we have a working group to develop more the professional guidelines for adventure therapists also, so that there is a qualification and the rules and so on. but it's more it's an association, and I don't earn my money with that. My money I earn in the mental health in companies. So I am a social worker in companies, bigger companies, and it's like a consulting for every theme you have at work with your chief, with your team, and so on. So that's me. And so we collect some points where we saw always the biggest misconceptions about adventure and nature therapy. Many people think there is no certification. That's not really true. There are not a lot in the world. And the famous is the AEE certification. It's from the American US side. It's the Association for Experiential Education, but they have a bigger part in their Association for Adventure Therapy. Then one of the misconceptions is adventure and nature therapy is not paid by the health system. That's also not true because we can say in Germany, because I'm from Germany, and perhaps Chiara can say something to Spain, but there are different possibilities where adventure and nature therapy will be paid. In Germany, we have a wording problem. It's more nature therapy or forest therapy because we have in the medical system, it's possible to do it in rehabilitation clinics. We have a lot in Germany of that. Or you can make prevention courses, it's paid. And also hospitals, they have a possibility to pay adventure or nature therapy. For example, after you have a cancer and you have after a few years when you are more healthy, there are a lot of clinics they offer nature therapy, and also in the next time we have a bigger congress where they do it in a hospital for dement people. For older people, they have the what's the name in English?
Dementia.
Dementia.
People with
Okay.
dementia.
And so that means it's also paid. It's not directly paid, but you can find jobs in that field. And so it's possible. So, and then there is a misconception that there's no evidence on research. That's not true. For that, we have the journal Adventure Therapy also, that we can say, okay, there is a lot of research, and there is a lot of research in the medical field, more in the medical field than in the pedagogical field. So we are coming from different professions, and so we always have to look in the other professional contexts, and there are researchers, of course. And as an adventure and nature therapist, I have to be very sporty, and it's similar to survival training. It's also not true. So you can see me, I'm not 20 and the fittest of survival training now. So adventure and nature therapy can also be forest baths or the therapeutical part of arrow. What's the name? Every time I forgot the name for
Bow and arrow, shooting arrows.
yes, thank you.
Archery. Yeah.
Yeah, archery. Yeah. So of course you can make a therapy climbing or kayaking or diving or I don't know. It's everything is possible, but you can also do the ruhigen, the calm things in nature. It's not only the action thing, and we have to look when we go out with clients, they are ill, so we would say less is more. So it's not always the big outdoor and adventure party. So what is perhaps in our mind. So, and this is a little bit an overview why it makes sense to make a qualification in that, because we know there are always offers in further education or further training parts for 3 days or 5 days, but it's not included in a bigger curriculum. But we can see and we hear every time also from our health system, is there something what is bigger or in another context, so that we know that we can trust the people, that they have a professional qualification. So it's a differentiation from amateur offerings. So, and it's also for your personal development and self-reflection, because there's also a bigger part in the level 1, for example, to where you check your own nature connectedness. And so we think it's very important to do it in presence, not only online, because there are a lot of online courses also of the market. We know that, and always we have the question, but we say when you want to work outdoors, and we certificate an outdoor or adventure nature therapist, we want to see that you are able to handle situations all outdoors, and it's not only on the paper. So, of course, we cannot guarantee it, but it's more to create an attitude in the field also, that not everybody can do it. And so you learn to use natural spaces for professional therapeutic interventions, of course. So it's a new view for everybody who is not coming from the classical psychology field, because when we are coming from the experiential education or tourism or nature sport field, we always have that tunnel that we do this and this and this, but sometimes you have to open your mind, that you see other small things in nature. They can be very helpful, or it's not the bigger thing, it's more the little parts. They can help people to find themselves back, or to reduce the stress, or something like that. So, and it can be an access to professional networks and continuous education, of course, because we are very good in the global network, so that they know ARTI and they know what is the curriculum. So we are in different working groups all over the world, and so are involved in that, and can say, okay, it's if you want to work in Australia or wherever, so there is a contact and we know them, and perhaps you can sign in there or something like that. So and we are also involved to bring the further education and the qualifications to a higher quality level, so that there is a difference between a 3 days course and, of course, 30 days course. So it has to be a difference like that. So that's more the arguments to learn something or to do something more in a curriculum, and not only like a little bit of puzzle. But you also can puzzle the bigger frame, and you have a bigger qualification. Then it's possible, but the idea is to have a bigger curriculum where you can where it's clear what you have learned, and it's not a puzzle then. So, and here we have, I would say, I don't know, we had no time to speak with another, but we do it now the 3rd time, I think. So, Chiara, is it possible to that we switch now?
Sure, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay, thank you.
So we do have some voices from alumni, and in this case, I will just maybe read it and then say a few words about Wouter. So Wouter said about his adventure nature therapy training that in his experiential nature therapy work with children and young people in a youth welfare facility in the Netherlands, I experience every day how young people open up in nature, how they gain confidence, how they show their true nature and grow beyond themselves. And it's touching to see how much strength, creativity, and vitality they have. And Wouter, originally a, I think, educator, yes. Came to RT. He's also very skilled with high ropes. He does tree climbing, and I think it was just for all of the participants, including myself, it was super interesting to see the development that we all did during the training course.
Mm.
Yeah.
The next one is Susanne.
And then there's Susanne from Germany. She says, I accompany children at special schools and often work in and around the living element of water. In nature, their resources reveal themselves on very different levels, sometimes quietly and sometimes powerfully. And it touches me deeply to see what lies dormant within them. It is a great gift for me to carefully perceive this potential, pick it up, and promote it in a targeted way. She's a pedagogue, and she also has her own company offering experiential education. She's located in Berlin, and she also has been a lecturer for experiential education and has been around the field for a very, very long time, but wanted to go a bit deeper, and that's why she did the therapy part, adventure nature therapy training with us.
And also to go, the target was also to go with the clients, often pupils or youngsters, to go in a longer process, like the work she's doing now, because it's more not action orientated, but it's more sportive because she's in a high ropes course and on the lakes with the subs and so on, and so. Yeah, but it's only 1 week or 2 weeks, and then she wants to bring another quality in her daily work with the child.
And then we have Rob from the Netherlands. He has his own facility for young adults struggling with addiction. And he says, I completed my training as an adventure nature therapist at RT, driven by the deep conviction that healing processes in nature open up unique spaces for transformation. His goal is to integrate adventure nature therapy within his institution in a holistic way, especially working with people that are affected by addiction. And yeah, nature is just powerful, inviting self-awareness and opening up new paths. He's specializing on addiction. And yeah, what else to say about Rob?
Yeah, he's a CEO of an addiction institution, and so he only finished level 2 because he had no time at the end to make the exam, because they opened a new house and a new part for homeless young people, and so he was so busy. And he is a psychologist and addiction therapist, and is very involved in the scene also in the Netherlands. And so he said, okay, perhaps I will finish, but at the moment it's not possible. So there are a lot of themes in the parallel world, in the daily world. So, and for us, it's very important that we have an experience-based learning also in the adventure and nature therapy courses. And that means that we have a bigger part of a deeper self-awareness and connection to nature. To nature. So that means that we have to work in presence and also with the group or individual dynamic of yourself. Then that means also that you get an understanding of the effect of the methods when you do it in reality, and not only reading or speaking about the methods. And then for everybody of us, and that's a theme over the whole qualification, it's the development of an authentic therapeutic attitude. And it's not read a book or make a course. It's deeper. It's very deep, to have to change your attitude, and that it will be part of your identity a little bit. So it's it's a longer process. It's not only in a few days. And it's also physical and emotional learning instead of just theory, because we are coming from that field and we say, okay, it's better to do it with everything and to feel it and to have a physical effect and also an emotional effect. And so then you can learn, because it's the holistic theory or attitude we have, how development is going on or going further. So that's also Per. We don't forget him, but Per, he was so busy that he also is a founder of ARTI. He's from the Netherlands, and he's one of the first European tree climbing therapists. That's a very funny therapy, and so he's very engaged in the child and youth psychiatry. And there he has a job as an adventure nature therapist there since years. So there are jobs, and he's working with families, also with the whole family on a sailing ship, for example, to have the processes there very strong and deep, and or sometimes in little huts in the nature. So he is always in that field very creative, to build other frames to develop child's youth and their families, also with a big focus on the whole family. Yeah, that's a view of our mountain hut in Austria. So that was last year, and there we can show you another picture, but I think it's also on the web page. So this is more the other model, because we said, okay, it's not necessary for everybody to go to level 3, because you can only say, okay, I'm here in the blue part, I will do the level 1. Because I'm not self-employed, I'm fixed in my job, and I have the support of my chief and my team, and we want to develop our work. And so I will do the adventure and nature therapy practitioner. And the difference here is that the clinical adventure and nature therapy practitioner is really more theory, because there is a bigger theory online course between or in that level involved, included, because we said, okay, if you want to do really therapy, and then you need more theory knowledge about everything, how landscapes are, the effects of landscapes, or what can I do in a crisis or something like that. It's more deeper, and the level 3 at the end is there you are in your own practice, and you have to show us or to protocol your own therapy Sitzung, meetings, I would say. And then after that, you can, if you want, this question is very important for sometimes. It's a personal thing. If you bring all your certifications and what you get for everything, you get a paper from us with all the hours you did and so on, and what was the content, and then you can be a member of the AEE in the US, and then you can try to get the certification for the certified clinical adventure therapist. So, but it's a US certification, and it's nothing from Europe. There is nothing at the moment. We know that the Australians are working on some things, but it's a bigger work, not paid, and so it's a long time. Yeah, that's needed. So, but there is a frame from the US. We are orientated on that, but there are always also changes, so that we cannot guarantee that you will get the certification. It's always the thing how much you need and what you have done also before. So, yeah, these are questions, we wrote them because we have a lot of also emails, and some people book dates with us and so on. It's very nice to hear and to see what people are doing around of Europe, and it's always the same what we also ask you if you really are interested in the field. So it's very important to know by yourself what tools and licenses and training I have. So what is the base when I'm interested in that bigger field of outdoor therapy. And it's also important for yourself to check in your country what fields of work can you in what fields of work can you use it. And it's also important that you have an idea with which target groups you want to work later. Adults, childs, we have different rules to do things. I think it's very close. It's very closed in our countries, but the rules perhaps are different. But it's another thing if I want to work in a home for older people, or in a kindergarten, or with ADHD, so, or traumatized people in a clinical context. And so it's important to look by yourself what is your idea of target group you want to work later, and also which employees or clients are involved with your target groups, or which of these groups urgently need support. So it's there are a lot of questions. So that is also the thing that we say, okay, we can make a workshop, but the workshop can be only very on the Oberfläche, surface, because it's so different where the people are working later, or in which context they are, so that it's really more to build an attitude and to have an idea what it can be, because it's so much, and the field is so wide that you cannot specialize in one point, that you say, okay, it's a qualification only for youth, or only for psychologists, because there's also a field of social worker, and they are also working with nature and adventure therapy, more in the social therapy field. So it's very different. So that's only an idea for you when you have a date with us, or a meeting, a call with us. So it's really sometimes deeper and deeper and deeper, because, yeah, really, we are interested that everybody is satisfied at the end, and it's not good to have people in the courses they are not satisfied, and they said, okay, oh, I thought I learned this and this and this, and at the end, yeah, they're disappointed. So for that we are doing longer talks before. So I cut it. I cut it our PowerPoint because it was always too long, and I want to stop it now and to see your faces if there are questions, because I'm here completely in the you are living, eating, living, looking. Okay. Are there we would now we would make the lottery, the famous lottery, the Artie lottery. That's always very funny. But at first, I think we also have the time to look if there's nobody in stress, if there are directly questions. Juan, is that a
Yes,
hand?
I have a
Ah,
question.
there's a hand. Okay.
I was looking for the the option here to. Okay, the question is because I'm currently reading the book of Alexander, so I read more or less that this new approach is not getting started, but is so also sorry.
But perhaps you can speak in Spain with Spanish with Chiara, and then she translates.
The thing is,
Sometimes I'm awkward.
okay, it's working now in Europe and in America, in the USA. But what about South America or Latin America in general? Or I know in Spain some initiative is working currently, but what about those countries
You
in
mean
South
the
America?
concrete programs, not the qualification, or the program, the therapy program?
I mean, I'm asking about general initiatives
General.
connected with this.
So for everybody, Alex Rose, he wrote a book.
Okay.
That's the book what you read.
Okay.
It's only in Spanish, but
Okay.
it's only in Spanish. And in that book, there are stories, a lot of stories, very nice stories about his own experiences when he was in the US in the wilderness therapy programs. And it's very impressive because there are also different programs and different attitudes to do the things. And there are stories around the world, I would say, about wilderness therapy he did by himself. And so the first thing is to answer the question of if there are offers or also programs in Europe or South America. For that, I can say we offer that, but only for self-payment, I would say. I'm not really trained in that word in English, but it's private paid. So that's very expensive, but we did it last year, I think so, with one client. He was from, no, I don't speak about that, where he was from. And it was a young man with an addiction problem, cocaine, now everything. He consumed everything. And he was 4 weeks in Spain with the trainer. He also was trained in the US. He's a Spanish US guy. And they made a program for 4 weeks outdoors. Also a part of Santiago de Compostela at the end. And yeah, and it worked very, very nice. It was fantastic. Now he is one of the best trainees in one of the best hotels of Germany. So it's like a little bit wonder, and so that's this part. I know from other colleagues on the global field that the US companies, they are offering adventure, nature, wilderness therapy, doing that in Portugal also, but on a very low quality. So I was really shocked what's going on there, and I think nobody in Portugal knows that that happens there. So it's more under the table, I would say. They do it under the table, and but there is no psychologist or there is no psychotherapist, and it's not good paid, and it's always it's a 24 hours job without 3 days. It's really it's not good. And so for the part of South America or Middle Latin America, because it's Spanish, in the South Middle Latin America, we had a course. Alex did the course. I'm not Spanish, and there was an offer of ATI also. And there it was more compact, like our compact course. It's one time slot with 1 day off, and you have the 2 modules in one time slot. And we recognize them, of course, here in Europe. And for that, it was very important to have the AEE certification, because the Latin Americans are very close to the US, and they were very interested in that field, that it's connected with the AEE. And but we don't do their therapy programs, because in South or Latin America, it's full of gangsters, I would say.
I didn't understand, sorry. Full
No,
of?
it was really a challenge to do the courses there, because it's really very complicated. With the mafia structures and the government and so oh my God. So the payment, oh my God. So I would say the nerves I lost there, it's unbelievable. And so I would say, okay, qualification, okay. And there's also contact to a university in Merida, or I don't know, but it's more the question for Alex. I'm not really trained in the Spanish field and Latin America.
Okay.
I was as a tourist, not more at the moment. So, but there's something going on. There are also networks and people that are interested in the field. That's
Okay. I will ask more about that
yeah, you can ask
to Chiara
for
or to Alex
yeah.
in other moment. Thank you so much.
Okay. Other questions, or do we do the lottery? Here is a question on the chat. Hello, from which practices are the methods developed? Can you share some more details? I'm a physiotherapist, and I'm curious if there is option to enter this program without a psychology pedagogical background. Yes, you can. Okay, Fran Jansky. Yeah, we always have physiotherapists or also occupational therapists in the course, or interested schools, or also they want to do a course or like for the whole class with us. And the methods are a mixture. I don't know from which you are a physiotherapist. I don't know how much trained you are with experiential education, but the methods are a mixture from nature pedagogical thing, nature,
Auf Deutsch?
Naturwahrnehmung.
Perception of nature.
And for the experiential education field, But when you are not coming from that field, you don't have an idea what I mean now, I think so. Yeah. I would say they are not new. When you are coming from the experiential education field or nature education field, I would say it's not the thing that you are learning a lot of new methods. No, we have the methods because we are working in our field with that methods. Also, you as a physiotherapist, you are working not only with the muscles, I would say. You are working always with the whole body or with the mind, or something like that. But when you are coming from the, I would say, from the psychology or from the pedagogical field, you, of course, you have a lot of methods, you know a lot of methods, but you have to switch them in another context. And so it's another thing. It's not always a challenge. It's not always a physical challenge. It's not always it's more the inward journey. It's more the inner process, where the focus is. And it's not yeah, but I'm from the other side of that field. I'm from the field of the pedagogical educational things. So it's very complicated to explain. Chiara, do you have an idea?
I've also been thinking about it, yeah, because from my view, for example, there was a lot of like the whole clinical psychology, but then seeing how it is combined seems to open up like new potentials. For example, as a clinical psychologist, you know all about the disorders and how to treat them in a clinical conventional therapy setting, but then it feels like you're extending your kind of the methods you can use, and you're getting a feeling for also like the natural landscapes, what they in themselves can do without any other methods added, just understanding the impact that nature has. And then also drawing from experiential education methods and reflections. I think it makes for a very profound and vast kind of array of tools and methods that you're learning, and you could apply them in either the educational field or in the psychological field, but if you put them together, I think that opens up also in a therapeutical way a whole new approach of therapy.
And you are also an example. You are not really trained in experiential education or methods in nature, or not. You are more the hobby nature interest.
Sorry, my connection was really bad.
Okay. You are also an example for a participant who was not with the big experience in the outdoor education.
Yeah.
You are coming from the other field.
Yeah.
And so there are a lot of interested people from the physiotherapy field because it's very logical. Because movement is always a theme.
And that's also what, in my view, makes adventure nature therapy so interesting, because you have, I don't know, like 200, 500 different approaches of doing it. You can go very big, or you can just focus on picking leaves or whatever. Like sometimes it's also just working with natural materials. Sometimes it's the combination of movement, for example, climbing, and doing like therapeutic interventions. You can do
And
it.
Chiara, you are the best one to make therapy in a full moon night at the beach of Valencia. So I read it and I saw,
New
full
moon.
moon. I think it was full moon, huh?
It was new moon.
New
So
moon. Oh,
the moon was red, actually. That was
I was really impressed when I read it in your
that was
thing.
a special moment, because I was doing an intervention right next to the sea, and it was about letting things go. And kind of right in that moment where we were standing next to the water, the new moon rose. So you had this huge red new moon, and while we were doing the intervention, it just rose, and it was, yeah, it was a very special moment. So sometimes you also cannot plan for these moments, and they just happen because you are in nature. And I think that's also, if you are flexible and open to that, that's also something that you can incorporate within your therapeutic approach. So that's what I personally really like about it. It's very creative also.
And we saw also good examples how nature can influence the dynamic or the conflict dynamic between couples. So we had an example also from another colleague. She was working with a couple, with a high conflict couple, and it was easier to do it in nature. And it was only it was not a big thing. It was only to have the meeting in the nature, and so also the energy can go in other directions between them. So it's not always in front of or in a room. We have the setting is sometimes so important that you are outside of the normal therapeutical setting. And it's not so important if the setting is a lake or a mountain or a river or I don't know. It's more go outside from the room and look what there is and let it go also.
And then there's
So, mhm.
another question from Fran. Do clients reach nature therapists via referral, or is it usually sought out by people themselves?
Via referral?
Wie heißt es denn? Oh, I cannot think of the word
Überweisung.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
Heißt das nicht bei euch so? Überweisungsschein vom Arzt oder so?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, from a doctor. Yeah, okay. No, that's not working. So at the moment, because it's not so famous and so nobody knows, the doctor don't know, so we have to make marketing for the doctors. But there we have always that thing that, for example, I'm a social worker. I don't have the license from my profession to write an invoice to the health assurance. If I would be a psychotherapist with a systemic psychotherapy qualification, or in Germany, that's for the countries. Yeah, in Germany we only have 4 psychotherapies. They are recognized by the health system. And so only the people with that license and the right profession, like psychotherapist or doctor, medical part, they can write invoices to the health assurance. All the other things are private paid. And so a doctor can only make a referral to a recognized therapist who is also paid by the mental health by the health system. And so that's always the problem we have in whole Europe because the rules are always different.
But in clinics, for example, or psychiatries, where they have also a wider range of therapists, there are sometimes adventure nature therapists that are working there.
Because they have another payment system.
Yeah, but also in Spain, for example, there are really little places where therapy is being paid by health insurance, and usually it's you have to pay privately. So I'd say it really depends on the country and the health system. But as it's still a very young field, I've never heard of a referral from a doctor to a nature therapist.
When I'm a psychotherapist with approbation, and I have the license for from the health system, I can do also adventure nature therapy, of course. Like it's a kind of work then, but the therapy, the adventure and nature therapy as a technique or method or I don't know, it's not recognized by them, and so yeah. But it's always the same. It's always with the animal supported therapy, or I don't know, that we have so much techniques or methods, so they are not recognized. But in different contexts, in a clinic or in a rehabilitation, we are working with it. In Japan, yeah, Fiona. We need them to come to Europe to train our doctors. So I can say in the end of October, there's a big conference, clinical forest therapy in Germany, and the Japanese people are coming. And there are a lot of doctors and institutions. So yeah. But it's coming from it's coming not from the bigger nature therapy field, it's coming from the forest therapy field. They are very strong. The forest therapy people in the whole world at the moment, I have the feeling everybody is doing it and it's paid from everybody. I don't know. It's a network thing, I think so. Yeah. So
I have a question.
yeah.
May I please have one small question, please?
One more. Okay.
One more, please. Well, I understand that nature enhances the effect of therapy. I mean, this is from my experience. I'm a therapist. I'm also a clinical psychologist for many, many years. But in my opinion, it enhances the effect and it helps a lot to do this therapy in nature. For me, it was a help. I do these retreats with my friend. We do mindful trekking in nature. It's amazing, actually. It's wonderful and it helps a lot. But what I need to know is it possible in Romania? Do you have contacts here or maybe someone that I would like to make an association?
Your country is one of the people of your country are the most interested people in that field. It's unbelievable. Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary, the whole Balkan and Eastern countries of Europe.
We love nature.
I'm talking every day with somebody of you, and I can say, Raluca, so I would say there will be something developed because from one of that workshops, there is a small group with Bulgarians for that. And we are developing something for your countries because the distances are so big to come to the Netherlands and so on. And so at the moment we plan for 26 an offer in Bulgaria at the moment, and also a symposium with the university in Bosnia Herzegovina, because Croatia, Slovenia, Serbia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, North Macedonia, Greece, Kosovo, Moldavia, also Ukraine. I would say when we have 1,000 people, 800 are coming from these countries.
Okay.
The rest of the 200 are coming from the Western European countries. But the most
I believe that it's possible in Romania to convince the Romanian College of Psychologists, which is basically the highest forum here that gives us the right to practice as psychologists or whatever, to accept this. And as I'm sure you know, as a psychologist, I have to have those credits every year. We have the credits. And this, if the college will accept this, the adventure therapy, maybe we can have a training in this, and we can also get those 10
and so
credits.
that would be very helpful to make that offer in that way that we can recognize them for the credit points. It's also in Germany and Netherlands and so on.
Yes,
Everybody has a
I
credit
know.
point system, and so that we recognize that that course or whatever we are doing to collect the
Yes, I would like to talk to
but we
them. I
need
want to-
always connections in the countries because it's not
Can I give you, I don't know, a message or something if I can arrange something with them?
Of course.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
yeah. We are then in please write me an email because we are so lot so
An
that I
email.
cannot
Great.
yeah, I
An
forget it
email.
tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So I would say it's more special the questions. So it's from the countries and your personal things. I would say we are doing the lottery. I will show you the prizes, and then we have a little bit time after the lottery. It's a fast thing. After the lottery, to look for special questions. So that's the lottery prizes today. It's always changing. So we have the first prize you can win. It's the online basic theory course. It's a course of level 1 because we have an online course in level 1. It's 8 hours. They are live and recorded. We cannot do it separately from the level 1 course because we have a new law in Germany. So it's forbidden to make theory courses online, recorded, to bring it on the market. So we have to make a big quality thing. So we said, okay, we don't do that. It's part of our level 1. And when it's part of our level 1, then it's okay. And so, but it's independent from the level 1 group who is doing the level 1. So, but it means when the level 1 will start now, the next one will start in November, and the second course will be in March. So between the November and the March course, there will be a basic theory course. It's only 8 hours, 4 dates. It's not so much, but there is the basic of adventure and nature therapy. So the second prize is the coaching and online coaching. It's like sometimes we have not so much time in all that calls we have. So it's more your personal development, how you can use it or whatever, or to clarify, is that the right way or not? I don't know. And then up to December, I think so, on the 17th of September, we have a new line of online lectures. They are always 2 hours. It's more or less 50 euros. And from everything, you will get a voucher. Who will be the winner? You will get a voucher from us. And then you can bring the voucher if you want. When you say, the 17th of December, it's a Echo of Nature, the title, but it's not official at the moment, then I will participate at that online lecture or something like that. You can send me the voucher. It's your name on it, and then it will recognize. And so it's also safe when I'm tomorrow. I have an accident or something like that. That also Alex know. Aha, Juan won the online lecture, and and so it's okay then. Okay, and the Chiara is doing the lottery. I don't know how today. Chiara, we cannot hear.
No. Okay. So that's how we're doing it today. I hope everything works out, but we will find out in a second. So I think the first prize is what we're starting with. And let's spin it.
It's another program, huh?
It's the same one, but I think it's another picking mechanism.
Tina.
So that's for Tina.
Tina, is Tina here?
Yes.
Applause.
Yeah, it's
Tata. We need a music in the future.
So that's the online basic theory course for
Oh, I
Tina.
have to write it. I have to write it, Tina.
I will also take a screenshot at the end.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, then we go for the second prize. Let's see who will get lucky.
Norbert. So online
Wonderful.
coaching, Norbert.
And last but not least, the third prize, the online lecture. Goes to Tamas.
Tamas.
So here we have them all. I'll take a screenshot.
Okay, we have to do, you are doing the screenshot.
Yes.
So
And congratulations.
congratulations.
We'll get a voucher
Thank
from
you.
us.
I like this lottery. So
Yeah, you get a voucher from us via mail.
So where are our winners? Tamas, and where is Tina? Tina is busy. She's
Yeah.
she's not here.
So,
And Norbert.
mhm.
Norbert. Congratulations also. Perfect. So we would say it's the end of our workshop today. If you have questions or if there's something where you want to ask us, so we have I think 50 minutes more. I don't know, Chiara, you have to go, I think so. But if you want, we can you can stay, and the others, so it's the official part, it's ready. No,
Over.
over. Oh my God, it's over. And so it's no problem when you go. And if you want to hear something more or have questions, you can stay, of course. Okay, plim plim plim.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.
So thank you for everything. I have to leave.
Nice
Bye.
meeting you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So there's a question from
Jan,
JK.
yeah.
Level 1 and level 2 are connected to each other. Can you do level 1 separately and leave it with level 1, or is it necessary to follow level 1 and level 2?
Yeah, I don't know what there was, but there was a connection problem, I think so, for the voice. We can see you, but we heard your voice doubled.
Did you ask if you can also do the levels separately?
Yes, you can.
But you always have to start with level 1.
Yeah.
But you could stop after level 1, you could go on to level 2 and then stop, or you do
Yeah.
all of the 3 levels.
And the dates, we can write the new, we have an overview landing page for the dates, because they are so organized that you can start with level 1 in November, or you can do the compact course in July, but then it's very, very close to the next level. So we think you need more time also to look a little bit with your training. And for everybody who's really interested, we need, I know, you have to write at the end dates overview. It's a slash dates overview.
Yeah, okay.
And for everybody, we need, it's very important, we need your whole paperwork before. And then we can say, okay, you can reach level 1, you can also reach level 2 or level 3, because not everybody can reach level 3. Because it's when I'm when I'm not from the social or health system or psychology context, then it's I would say it's very tricky to reach level 3. For example, you are an economist or only mountain guide, and in your first profession you are a baker for that. Then you have the part of the mountain guiding, but the missing part is more the social psychology or health field. So, and then we have to look how much experiences you have you did other things, and so it can work, but we have to check it before, and not you begin and you have the idea you can reach level 3, but after level 1 we have to say, oh no, it's not possible.
Yeah,
It's
so
important.
that's why we always talk
Yeah.
with everyone who's interested.
And so we have a lot of email traffic with you before you sign in or something like that, because it's really important to look, is it possible or not, or what is possible. So yeah, it's a
Okay,
longer
so we have a
process.
question
So
from
there,
Paula, and then also a friend texted. So maybe start with Paula.
Yeah, so my question is a little bit country specific and also specific to my profession. But I think you both should know the system in Germany, like the Psychotherapie-Ausbildung after the studies at the university. So the point is a little bit that we have very long time of studies, like 11 years in total. It's very in-depth and it's also very expensive. So of course, after that whole journey, the motivation is not so high to do like another certificate, which goes like very long and which is very pricey or expensive. So my question would be, is there a possibility to convalidate like certain modules? Like, for example, I saw that clinical basic theories and I don't know, like diagnosis and everything you also have to learn in the training. So yeah, that would be the question.
That's a good question, because so at the moment you cannot see that, because the idea is to offer more specific intervention method courses that you can use as a psychotherapist in your work, so that you don't have to do the whole course, because you have the license. You have the license as a psychotherapist, and you have that long course and expensive course and so that you can also check offers that are shorter, but then there is no curriculum, of course. So, but I understood it like that. So if you have to do the whole curriculum, but then you have no title, but perhaps you don't need the title. So for that, it's you can do that also in that way. Yeah.
For the title or the certificate, it's necessary to participate in every module.
Yeah, because it's combined with the hours, also the supervision hours and the thesis and the protocols, like a therapy course.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Fran, I think so.
Yeah, it's in the chat. Is it also
it's
that,
in the chat
that you can only work independently outside of employment if you progress beyond level 1?
Yeah, it's dependent to your main profession. What is your main profession, Fran?
Yeah, I'm a physiotherapist, trained in the Netherlands.
Trained in the Netherlands, and I don't know the rules in the Netherlands, but I'm not sure.
Because
But when you are a physiotherapist, you are in your own practice, self-employed?
No, I'm working in a practice, but actually both. Right now I'm not working, but previously I've had employment and I work freelance. Yeah. So because you said in level 1, usually that's if you're employed by a clinic or a center, and then I saw
As
on
an
the top
example,
level,
yeah, because we have so much people in Germany, we have a lot of people, they are working as an experiential educator in psychotherapy or youth at risk institutions and so on. And when they have in their work, of course, therapeutical effects, but it's not planned really, because they are not trained to do a therapeutical process.
Yeah.
And to build with the methods a therapeutical process, for example. And for them, we said, okay, normally when you are coming from that field and you have no license for a psychotherapy process or the diagnostic and what you need, because you are connected in a team, in a multi-professional team, then it's more the level 1, because you can use it and you have an idea, you are trained, but you are not able to go in the Verantwortung, responsibility for the whole process with the documentation and all that stuff what you need as a psychotherapist, you know. But the physio, it's really, I don't know, it's special, I think so. It could be a good question for Per. With
Yeah.
Per, yeah, I can bring you in contact with Per, because Per is also the trainer for the level 1 in November. It's very close to the border to the Netherlands, and perhaps it's good to ask Per,
Yeah.
because he knows that, I think so.
Okay. Thank
I
you.
will write it, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. More hands? Ah ja, Strotz-Büchermüller. Nobody can speak that word. But it's very nice. It's very close to the national park of the Balkans of Germany. Yeah.
It's a great location.
So, can we do something more for you?
Yeah, can you tell a little bit more about the level 1 training, about the content?
About the content? Yeah. So, the module 1, both are in the Strotz-Büchermühle, both modules, and the first module, there is a title of your nature connectedness. So there are a lot of methods to go in contact with nature. The nature is very green and wet, and it's close to a little river, so that you have an idea of the landscape. It's in a valley, and yeah, and I would say so. The content of level 1, Chiara, you are the last one. You did it. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if I did everything.
It's also about nature's co-therapist, right?
Yeah.
That's module 1. So I think what's also very important is like getting into the self-experience and talking about how the different experiences affect yourself. And always a huge part each day at the end of the day is the reflection part. First in the group and then also from a meta view. So you are the participant and you are kind of having approaching it from a therapeutic way, but it's also not therapy for yourself. But that's, I think, a very interesting first experience, because it will be like this for the next few models as well. That you are a participant, you will get in touch with therapeutic methods, you will try them out on yourself, but then also being able to differentiate it and see that it's not your own like therapeutic process, but seeing it from a meta level, like how would this apply? How could I apply this with clients or patients? What else?
Do you also practice interventions or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're leaded. You don't lead yourself the intervention. They are leaded. And you are psychotherapist, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And last time, I was not always there, so now I remember. At the last time, for example, we had a participant. He made the level 1, but it was not able for him to go on the meta level. He was so busy with himself and his inner processes, and he was coming, but we didn't know that before, he was coming out of a burnout. And then he was so touched with his own themes that it was very complicated for him, yeah, to go in the distance to yourself and to go to the meta level and to work with it. And so also the group was, it was not easy. The group was also on the border because they are not trained to have the methods or interventions on the own level with the colleague who is not able to make a reflection, for
But I
example.
think that is usually not like that, and it can happen, but it will be maybe kind of touching for you as well. I also had very touching moments, but it's also important to be able to get out of this and approach it from another perspective and be able to do that. And I think we changed that a bit. We did do one intervention ourselves in groups and then practiced kind of during the first seminar, but it was all guided. And it's also then because if you're just starting out in this field, of course you cannot, like, you need to be responsible. You cannot touch on the deepest trauma and then try to go through that in the first intervention that you're leading. So I think also coming from a therapeutic background as you are, I think that's yeah, interesting to see also what you might be able to pick for yourself, what topics, or if you also don't want to work on personal things, it can also be like a role play, for example. And you're just picking something that you want to, I don't know, like see from another view. And then you have an hour to come up with an intervention, and then the next day you will do the intervention with your group of 2 other people. And one is the observer, one is the therapist, one is the patient, and then you talk about it in the evening again. And after the reflection, you do the meta reflection.
Thank
That's
you.
level 1. And not level 1, module 1. And then module 2 is more to come in a more methodical way to plan something. But it's very different. It's more the work of the participants, group work and small groups to create some pieces of outdoor nature adventure therapy for different target groups. So if you have older people, it's a walk perhaps, and if you have childs, it's a game at the river or something like that. But then you are at this point you are very often touched to the safety part. So we have the view for everything. It's the therapeutical process, the safety part. What can I do? What I have to do when I have a therapeutic lesson with a 10 years old child on a river. So it's not so easy because jumping or whatever, what's needed, or in the forest, or you can imagine, and and it's more theoretical, but it's on the same place, and so you know the place. That's also an idea. So that's not everything is new. You have an idea what you can do there, and I'm not sure if there's that you are doing by yourself the first therapeutical intervention, short intervention. And one thing is the part of reflection methods, transfer and reflection. How can I plan transfer processes from that special therapeutical lesson or intervention to the daily life, for example. And that's also, it's really wide because I said Per, he's trained to do it in a 2 hours time slot in the clinic, and also weekend time slot with the whole family on a ship, sailing ship or something like that. So it's very different what kind of program you are planning or creating. So yeah.
But the module 2 is more conceptual, and also you can always bring in your own experience. For example, we were talking about projects that we had ourselves, and then we were thinking about how to make it adaptable by using adventure nature therapy interventions or methods. So that you
The
have
focus is not on self awareness and Erfahrung, self experiences. It's more to bring everything now in the daily life of your in your professional life. Yeah.
So that's the level 1 for the presential seminars. And then you also have the theory course, supervision, self-organized learning tasks with your other participants.
Yeah, and at the end there's a small open book clausur. Open book, it means it's you will get 3-4 questions, and you have time 72 hours to answer the questions as a paperwork, but you can use everything. So it's a homework. It's like a homework. It's an open book clausur. Yeah.
And how big is the group most of the times?
Very different at the moment. So the last course, the level 1 was, but there was another concept. Last time we had a
yeah. Well, anyways, it's from 4 to 10 people, right?
yeah,
Usually.
like that. But I would say it's with 4 people, it's not good to work because it's too small, and then we always have the theme after the next course. So if you have a little group with 4 people and one of them is going out because something happens, you can broke your leg or whatever, and then you have only 3. With 3 people, you have no dynamic, and it's not. Now it makes
Depends on the
for me.
participant.
It would make some sense. For me, it's a minimum of 6. 6 is a good. It's intensive, and for us it would be good 10, of course, but up to 6 it will work. And then it's not so dramatical if one of the 6 is ill or has to go earlier. So sometimes we have also this problem that somebody has to go earlier or is coming one day later or in the evening. And so when you're sitting there with 2 people, that's not funny. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
And then we had another question about the costs for each level.
About the costs. So the costs are normally, so from which is the Fiona? Fiona, where's Fiona? And Fiona, can I ask you from where you are? I'm in Ireland. Ah, yeah, Ireland. Okay. So it would make sense to check. So we have to look at the moment because at the moment we have the price of the whole level 1. The course costs are 3,750, right? Yeah, inclusive tax. So with the tax is always also a struggle in Europe. Yeah, we have the different taxes. Then if you have a company, I don't have to make taxes, so we have the charge reverse. With Swiss, there is no tax, so it means 3,500 is with tax, the German tax, when you are a private person. If you are a company, I think I have to it's without tax, and so we are with 3,000 or 3,200, something like that. And it's without the houses.
Accommodation.
Yeah, because also an experience now, there is somebody with a lot of money, he wants a single room, and we have to look for a location with a single room. And the other one has less of money and he wants to make a camping place. And so we always have to check a location where is everything. Camping, caravan, single room, other room. And at the Strotzbücher Mühle, for example, the next course is there is everything. You can do everything, and we have booked or reserved the rooms because it's in November, and we thought, oh my God, it's can be very cold there, and rainy and muddy, and so we reserved the first floor and the kitchen, and we are cooking by ourselves, and so it's cheaper then because you have to count for I don't know the prices of the rooms there. Oh, Paula has to leave. Okay. Bye bye.
Dankeschön.
Ciao.
Genau.
I would say for 1 week, 100 euros for food and
I think we paid less even.
or less even, yeah. I
I
don't know.
paid, I think, 60, 70.
Mhm.
And then for the room, for the camping in a tent, I paid around 60 euros.
Mhm.
But I don't
And
think
then they have the little huts there.
I think that won't be possible in November to camp. And when we had the apartment, we shared 3 people, one apartment. I think we paid 150 each for a week.
It's very cheap there. Yeah. And so in Bulgaria, for example, we are also checking, but there is not so much differences between the prices, I would say. I was surprised. So,
Because we're planning on organizing level 1 there as well.
but there is no date at the moment, there's nothing. So it's a plan, not more at the moment. So, yeah. And so for that, yeah, good. Yeah, Ireland, it's always the question of the airport. Yeah. Yeah, but that's an overview. So we have the level 1, it's 3,500 or 700, and then the level 2, because there is a theory course in it, it's I think 1,000 more, and the level 3 is more cheaper because there is no course. It's more the thesis. It's only the final exam that's in presence, but it's only 3 days. It's a weekend, and there is no course content like that. It's only the exam and the colloquium and all that stuff and the party, but not a training course. And so it's everything in level 1 and 2, and so at the end it's more paperwork. So when you do everything, the fix. So because today somebody asked me, when you do everything, it's 12,000. She counted because we don't count in the whole thing, because everybody is paying normally with monthly, or is doing the first part, level 1, and then we will see, and then childs are coming, or whatever is going on in the world, houses are built or whatever. And so then, yeah, then you have to stop 1 year, and so you can do it in the next time. Yeah. And
Thanks.
so there's always a thing.
Sorry.
Okay. So I would say, before we are alone here, you can ask us, you can write us an email, we can make an individual date, what you want, so that we clarify some things, or you write an email and send the whole paperwork and said, please check what is going on, what is possible. Then we will send you the checklist and everything, so that you have an overview, and then we can speak about money and something like that. It's no problem. So don't be afraid about surprises, really, because it's everybody. My own supervision course was also 25,000 euros, and I thought, oh my God, I was 30 and I had no money, and then we were counting, and this and this and this, and then it was working in a monthly payment. So, and then it was okay, and it was a good decision.
Yeah, but for any other
Yeah,
questions,
because it was for the future, and then I said, okay, I can also. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Raluca.
Any other questions, write us an email or
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you very much. It was very fun. It was what I needed. And I'm very, very happy that I've met you.
Okay.
And Chiara too, and the others. It's really nice. Very sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
likewise.
Bye
Have a
bye.
good evening. Bye.
So, die Tina schalte ich jetzt mal hier raus.
Mhm.
Ach so, melden. Wie geht das denn?
Hm.
Was ist denn mit Kirsi? Ach so, raus ist er. Okay. Mein
Okay.
Gott, schon wieder 9 Uhr.
Kannst die Aufnahme stoppen.